How's it going, guys? I'm Shifty Cow, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Battlefield 1 closed alpha. So I finally got into this through the Battlefield Insider program, and of course you still can go register and potentially reserve a slot in the alpha, but anyways, we're going to be talking about my personal experience and what I think of the game, and hopefully not break the NDA agreement. So before we get too far into it, pretty much everything about the game is on NDA, so the gameplay, screenshots, any specifics about really anything, any complaints, I really can't talk about it. So I'm going to talk about things that have already been revealed either by other YouTubers or by EA and DICE themselves through like an official tweet or through a post or something like that. So I'm going to kind of talk about that, give my personal opinion since I've gotten a chance to play it firsthand, and just kind of go from there. So hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Be sure to hit the like button down below. And also, if you do have any questions about the alpha, feel free to hit us up on Twitter at ButteryGamers. There's a link in the description. As always, go follow us, please. But anyways, you guys can ask questions and I'll try and answer them as best I can without breaking an NDA and having my nuts torn off by EA. But anyways, let's hop into the video. So the first thing I wanted to talk about in this video is how cinematic this game is, because watching it on YouTube and looking at the graphics, hearing the sounds and all the different sound design and listening to the music, all the different things going on, you really don't get to experience that with all the compression and, YouTube processing. It really down renders a lot of the actual quality, and playing it at your house, either on your TV or on your monitor, is truly incredible. Like, just having my earbuds on and playing this game, I was completely blown away by the sound effects. They have some amazing sounds. The music throughout the entirety of the game, from the menu screen to when you deploy, the round is starting, different objectives are being captured, a behemoth comes in, and finally when the round actually ends, the music design is amazing. So when you combine that with some amazing graphics, the sound design is just on point, and overall just incredible attention to detail, you get a very atmospheric game, and they just completely nailed it out of the park with Battlefield 1. So I really can't wait to see what type of different machinimas the community comes up with, because in Battlefield 4, we already have tons of those, and those still just blow my mind. And I really can't wait to see what people do when Battlefield 1 actually comes out. So just so you guys know, I am running it on PC with a GTX 970, an i7, and 16 gigs of RAM, and I had absolutely no problem running it. But yeah, this was by far one of the best looking games, if not the best looking game I've ever played in my life. So moving on to the actual gameplay, I've played this for around 2.5 hours or so keep in mind, I'm not going to have, perfect knowledge on everything in the game. I used pretty much everything as much as I could. My favorite class was probably the Assault class, just because running around and shredding people was a ton of fun. I used pretty much everything. I actually gave shotguns a try, and I really, never used shotguns in Battlefield 4, but it was actually pretty fun to run around with it and just mow people down. They also have the Medic class. You guys have probably seen that. That was actually pretty enjoyable because that kind of feels like the assault rifles, but there's nothing that shoots very quickly. If you want something that shoots quickly, you're going to want to go with the assault class, but I felt the Medic had a lot of versatility on the weapons because at close range, you were pretty good. Medium was probably the best spot because you were a semi-auto rifle, and you did have the chance on one of the variants to have a full auto, but it shot super slow. But anyways, the support class was pretty good, nothing too crazy. The tripwires do get a lot of kills, and I kind of felt dirty using them, but I don't really use claymores in Battlefield 4, so chances are that's why. The scout class or the sniper class is a ton of fun. They really kind of broadened up their spectrum on what your playstyle can be, so no longer do you have the defensive perk. You can try and quickscope, it's not going to work out very well, but you can definitely have a lot more close range engagements with the sniper rifles, and I really enjoyed that. So overall, I thought the classes were pretty balanced, and I enjoyed what I did. Of course, everything isn't unlocked, so chances are that's going to change when everything is unlocked, when the actual full game comes out. In terms of tanks are very powerful. If you liked them in Battlefield 4, you're probably going to love them in Battlefield 1, just because, first of all, not a lot of gadgets are there to take it out, and once again, this is probably going to change when it goes to the full release, or even the beta might get a little more gadgets to take tanks out, but a lot of people were struggling to take them out. My favorite thing was to just throw the little anti-tank grenades at them, because that was really cool. But yeah, I thought it was pretty balanced overall. I did get to fly a plane once, and it felt like it had a much larger turning radius. It didn't quite turn as quickly. Of course, I am really bad at vehicles, like flying vehicles, especially jets in Battlefield 4, so that might have done it. But either way, they were a little bit of fun to use, even if you don't know what you're doing, because you can do bombing runs which look really cool. The animations are really well done, even if they're not completely finished, because this is of course a alpha, but that's pretty much it for the class balance. I thought it was pretty solid, and so I just kind of wanted to end this video with some final thoughts and cool things I enjoyed about playing it. Once again, if you guys do have any questions, be sure to hit me up on Twitter and I'll try and answer as many questions as possible. But for the final thoughts, first of all, this game is very team-oriented. If you're the squad leader, you're pretty much expected to spot objectives a lot more than Battlefield 4 because you get very heavily rewarded. If you spot an objective and then you don't even capture it, if your team or squad captures it for you, you're going to get an automatic 200 points, which is awesome. So there's definitely a much bigger team play element. So the map was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully it's not like the best map and that's why they're showing it off. It looks very nice. I really like how they actually structured the map in terms of pathing. They have a lot of different buildings that are, you know, pretty complicated with different rooms. The destruction, once again, that's just amazing. I had one moment where there was a guy in like a windmill tower and he was camping at the very top and they have a ladder, and so as soon as I got up he just like shoveled me to the back of the head. So I spawned back in, I shot my like anti-tank rocket thing or whatever and blew up the windmill and killed him. And it's just some awesome Battlefield moments. And really, if you enjoyed Battlefield 4, you're going to flat out love this game. That's really what I'm going to say. Don't pre-order, obviously, don't pre-order, but definitely try and check out the beta when it comes out. Or if you still have a chance, register for the Insider program and try and get into the closed alpha. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully, I didn't break any NDA things. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to black that part of the video out. So if there's any blacked out areas, I'll try and fix it or just re-upload. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more Battlefield or Rainbow Six Siege content. We do that also as well on this channel. But until tomorrow, guys, stay buttery.